So, nandito ulit tayo sa isa sa conservation site ng Robert S. Kennedy Bird Conservancy. Ang ating pipicturean today ay ang tinaguriang most secretive bird in the Philippines. Maganda yung vantage point natin, so I'm very excited. Tapos yung location, heavily denuded forest siya before. Tapos, recovering lang siya with an average tree height ng 30 meters lang. Tapos nasa edge na tayo ng agricultural land. Kaya super excited tayo. Kasama ulit natin ang director ng RSKVC, si Dr. Miguel De Leon. Kasama natin siya ngayon dito sa loob ng hide.
I'm just so happy to have you here and do field work on the Bagobo Babbler. Some birders call it the holy grail of Philippine birding because it's just so secretive that for many people have spent lifetimes looking for the bird and failed. But today you'll have a front row seat to observing the Bagobo Babbler.
So si Dr. Miguel De Leon, he has been studying the Bagobo Babbler for 4 years. For 4 years. So anything about this bird, he knows. Kaya we're very lucky to be birding with him and on the field with him.
Well, I'm very happy to have you, and you might consider this a privilege to be here, but it is really my privilege to have you here because many people consider some of our findings, though backed by verifiable data, as incredulous. But it is really my joy to have you see for yourself.
Super excited.
Yeah.
So, yun. Let's start.
All right.
Mula sa matataas na bundok,
hanggang sa kasulok-sulukang gubat
ultimate dream namin na ma-document ang amazing landscapes.
at incredible wildlife dito sa Pilipinas.
Ako si Dennis,
At ako naman si Celine,
kasama ng aming mobile home na si Eli the Camper Van.
kikilalanin at susubukan naming tunghayan ang lahat ng magic na meron tayo.
Ito ang aming mga adventures.
So,
Oh,
10:04. Absolute. Tell me when you want to start. Start na?
Ang hide dito sa site na ito ay mas malaki kumpara doon sa red-eared parrotfinch, kaya kasya kaming 3 sa loob. Di na alintana ang putik na tinatapakan namin sa loob. Okay na okay kasi ang vantage point. In less than 10 minutes after namin pumasok sa hide at tumahimik, dumating na ang isa sa mga parent birds. Sobrang goosebumps itong moment na ito, especially knowing that this bird is often heard but rarely seen by birders. The first specimen of the Bagobo Babbler was collected in 1904 in Mount Apo, with the first description coming out in 1905. It wasn't until 1948 that another specimen was collected. Tinawag pa nga itong the ornithologist's Cinderella. Tapos, yung first ever published photograph ng ibon na ito sa kanyang habitat ay nagawa lang noong 2015. Lagpas isang siglo simula nung una itong ma-describe. Nakakatuwa na up close and personal naming na-observe itong ibon na ito ngayon dito sa RSKBC Living Laboratory. Astig din kasi bago pa man kami makapunta sa site, nabigyan kami ng kopya ng monograph ni Miguel about the Bagobo Babbler. Entitled Demystifying the Bagobo Babbler, the Philippines' Most Secretive Bird. Ito ay resulta ng 4 years na research ni Miguel. Ngayon, biglang nag-come to life yung mga nabasa namin sa libro na to. Tulad na lang ng behavior ng parent kapag nasa nest. Brooding ang tawag sa ganitong behavior. Ito yung paglilimlim na sinasabi natin.
Pag naglilimlim ang mga parent Bagobo Bubbler, they sit low in the nest tapos nakababa lang ang ulo nila most of the time. Pag nasense na nila yung mate nila, either nakita nila or narinig, tinataas nila yung ulo nila na tila nagsisurvey. Ganun din ang ginagawa nila bago sila umalis ng nest.
Gumawa rin kami ng mini experiment ni Miguel. Lalabas siya ng hide habang nasa nest yung Bagobo Bubbler para makita namin ano magiging reaksyon ng ibon. Lilipad ba siya papalayo? Tutungo kaya siya para mas magtago? Sa susunod na eksena, papakita namin ng sabay ang video ng Bagobo Bubbler at ang paglabas ni Miguel. Bihira rin makita na parehong nasa nest yung parent birds. Nangyayari lang ito pag mag-aabot ng pagkain yung isang parent dun sa parent na nasa nest. Swerte kasi a few moments bago bumalik si Miguel, nangyari ito at napicturean pa namin. Ang saya!
Napakaswerte talaga natin na nabigyan tayo ng chance na maobserbahan ng amazing creatures na ito. Makes you want to do everything to ensure they remain thriving, no?
So itong mga pag-aaral ni Miguel at ng RSKBC dito sa Living Laboratory, these will yield important insights and information on how to best proceed with conservation efforts. Alam naman natin na everything is connected. Pero sa mga pag-aaral na gaya nito, malalaman natin kung ano yung connection ng halaman na to sa successful breeding ng ibon na to, na itong damo pala na ito ay importante sa diet ng isang species. Yung mga ganong impormasyon will be vital to better land management and preventing biodiversity loss. It starts with getting to know the natural world. Kasi 'di ba, when you get to know someone, that's when you start to care. And when you care about something or someone, you do everything in your power in service of its welfare. With that said, thank you for watching this episode. Konting araw na lang at tapos na ang 2022. Meron pa tayong 3 episode ng Wildlife Wednesday sa taong ito. Kaya samahan niyo kami ha. Kita-kits ulit tayo soon. Ingat! Bye-bye!